I don't even know what those are called. What is the side of glass? What are the side of glasses called? Because you have the lenses, which are the front part. What are the things on the side called? Things that like hold it behind your ear. I have no idea what those are called. Well, if you can plan for the future, I mean, it's like, hey, I can. It's actually really cool if you could reuse bits and pieces of a costume across multiple years and not have people notice. It's like, oh yeah, I used this and that from one year and this from another year, and nobody ever figured it out because you're just that clever about it. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see, what else we got to do? We need to highlight, oh man, every single time I go to check to see if the, slowly moving down off the screen, is that just me going this way? Like this way when I'm painting? Maybe I need to, is that better? It's down here. See if I can adjust it here. What's I doing? What color I had? We're painting the, it's right here. Just kind of doing some taps with the tip of the brush here to simulate some scratches on the edge of this. It's like black armor, like a little black armor piece or something. Yeah, I think what's going to end up happening is I ordered some, what do you call it, construction paper, some black construction paper, and I think that will basically be how I figure out where the model should be. I'll basically point or paint like a little X or something where I should be resting my hand. That way I can kind of look down, like, you know, it'll be like right here where this yellow dot is, and I'll just basically hold the miniature here as best as I can. And then hopefully this isn't an issue. The other option is I can maybe, can I just zoom out one more? Ah, there we go. I can just zoom out one more. That would be another option. Oh good God, what am I painting here? Oh, I'm getting so sidetracked. What was I doing? I was painting this pouch. Yeah, no. What color do I have on my brush? Oh my God. I've been doing this for how long now? We're at a little over 2 hours on the stream. That's not too bad. Should be able to hold it up longer than that. Keep it together. Alright, we're gonna do some Agrax wash on the blunderbuss here instead of the soft body black. I don't know if I've heard this. I don't think I've ever been this deep in the OST for Skyrim. This is like a really different, what do you call it? Composition, I think. Technical term. All right, we're doing. Guess we'll do whatever this is down here. Looks like a blue penis. Great, that's awesome. Who made that decision? Ah, whatever. We're going with it. It's happening. No looking back now. It's totally a thing that happened. Alright, what more we need to touch up? He's got a little... Here. I'm gonna highlight his hat here. Just kind of using the side of the brush here. Just mix some of the mix some of that beige in. Got a little hint or something. So something. So we'll do this kind of in 2 or 3 stages here, and then shade it back down, that soft body. That. Actually, let's just knock that back right now. Just go boom, boom. And we'll do a final highlight between those. So we got that. We need to highlight his scabbard back here. Do edge highlight like that. It's in the side of the brush and flipping miniature. It's easy to paint that. That said, I didn't have enough actual paint on the brush to do it that way. Yeah, this is the problem with, I think I'm just gonna bag this, should I do that? I don't know. I want to just get rid of this piece of parchment. It's so rolled up at this point that the paint that I'm putting on the palette is basically now just drying out. The only problem is that I've got all my colors on it. That just totally screws me for anything that I need to do in the future here. I have to be careful not to mix the silver that I've got sitting in the middle of my palette here to everything. Do that. 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 Okay, I'm gonna really use the side of the bristles here to paint grip on his sword. Kind of a bit of a dry brush, not totally dry, but kind of like a wet edge highlight. So there's that. Speaking of silver, do we even have any that's still wet? A little bit. Not a lot, though. Kind of run that. I've got to figure out what to do these strap colors as. Just do red leather. Just make this really easy. Let's go up. Boom. Yeah, this palette is drying out so quickly. I needed to add more water to the sponge in my wet palette. Clean this up a little bit here. Got a little bit of spill. Let's bust out the big brush for this. Actually, I'm not too worried about that being ever so slightly tinted. It was, just give this a wash and it'll fix it. I'm super excited to get to start work tomorrow. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is just like a shaped charm or necklace or bead thing or something. I don't know, but see if we can paint that as a different color. I don't know. The more I'm looking at it, the more I don't want it that color. Yep, I don't know. This is just weird. If I'd noticed that was down there, I probably would have sculpted over it. It's like this weird dong-looking, like, thing hanging off of his waist. I have no idea how to paint it to make it not look like it's just like exposing himself to the world. It's so bizarre. Yeah, we'll see. Come back to that later. Let's not dwell on it. Some black in his mouth here. Take some of this off-white that we've got. We're going to paint his teeth. Just like that. It's turning out pretty good. Let's see here. Got this red leather that we were working on. Touch that up a bit. And get it highlighted. And actually, I think I'm just going to go straight up to this light brown with this and just not bother going with like the full wash highlight process. I'll just do a thin glaze of like sepia over the top of this to tie it all together. So I kind of want that just to be done. Need to get some more bolt gun out. Paint. Grip here. Pommel. Or the I can't remember what this is called. There's some technical term for the bottom part of the is it the pommel? I think it's the pommel. Just kind of somewhat dry brushing it. That's gonna get washed down. I think we're gonna go back in with that red leather again. Do this bit here as a strap, so this is all kind of tied together, like it's all being held by the same piece of strapping. Yeah, this is the skin tone on this guy is looking so much better now that I've actually got more of the model painted. It's looking less and less like he's a giant peach and more like he's just got kind of like a dark reddish brown skin tone, as opposed to like, oh, you're like completely totally sunburned and naked. He's got a little patch of clothing. Got a little patch on his knee there. I think I'm just gonna do that light gray color. Just highlight that up with adding a little white to it. So alright, so he does have a couple pieces of jewelry on his ear. We need to add, I think we're gonna do a sepia wash over the what do you call it? The gun barrel here. This will give a nice kind of rusty metal color. And we're going to do the same for the pommel back here. Do the same for leather. That guy there. We need to paint this here, which I guess we can just do red leather. Bottom of the... You know what? I'm looking at that more and more. I think I'm just going to do that.